side. Looks like they're gonna try and just get some.
Daddy side.
It sounds so fucked, okay?
I mean, we'll call it. Yeah, what about mummy?
Yeah.
You've been
Looks like they're
biased.
gonna be setting up a quick little B execute.
Oh, the smoke
and that's
is
a mid-smoke
brilliant.
by Maffy. They're gonna be rushing a monster 4 players now. Gonna be trying to clear this out. They're gonna spot one heaven. Ensley's gonna spot some, take some pop shots. They're not gonna connect and look like behind. He's just gonna wait for his team. He's gonna get one though. He's gonna take down Maffy again, but Noah's gonna take the trade onto Fever.
4-man retake for the CTs here. Red King does find one. Behind of a second is onto Jamesy and Ensley in the 2v4. Bomb actually is going to get smoke and diffused here. Ensley moving into the site. Jamesy has to reload his block. He does manage to take down behind. And it's Red King and not again to find the last 2 frags of the round. It's 1-0 to Sunday School.
It's an interesting strat there over by the daddy side though. They didn't seem to have much coordination. It was like a first half a miss smoke and then a little Molotov, which really didn't do any pressure onto the B side there. And they'll just take it. They'll pick one by one off by the CT side though.
I mean, I think the strat would have probably worked if Matty actually learned how to throw smokes. It would be a bit beneficial, but you know,
From
we
what
game
I
him.
saw, Ensley was stomping around like an elephant as well. So
Yeah, I mean, they actually didn't hit their shots really. I mean, 4 deagles.
They should just shot him in the head. So they're going to be trying to take some mid presence here, but Mafia is going to be taken down to roughly half HP by that HE grenade. And they are going to be allowed to take some of the toilet control and top connector, but will they push down onto it? That's the real question. They've been given up. They're going to take full control of mid and also connector.
They're actually opting towards the A site here, which is interesting considering most of the CTs have actually decided to stay around the sort of bomb site area here. No aggression shown from them, but the smoke out here should give away what site they're going to. A quick Molotov and smoke deployed to delay time. MP9 should be able to get to work.
That has really slowed down the rush here. Daddies doesn't look too keen on pushing onto this U2 now, as they can hear it's now a stack. And it looks like they're just going to be cleared up 5-0 here. And there's the 4th one. Not again taking one down, but Maffy's going to at least get 1 kill before getting traded by Forever Mind. It's going to be 2-0 to the CT side here, going into the first buy round for the T side, sorry.
Looks like the CT are going to opt for a bit of a bonus round as well. They're going to keep those MP9s and see if they can get away with a sneaky round. Get some aggression going and some fast pushes. I assume will be coming out here. A little B monster control. Maybe with the SMGs, you know. Have to see what they decide to opt for.
It does look like a fairly aggressive setup over towards the B short side. We've already got one person playing close to the sandbags on short, and he's going to keep on pushing through the tunnels. They're taking complete monster control here. That's a dead giveaway that is going to be connected or A. They're going to be able to wrap around with 0 information on them. But Jamesy's going to pick up one onto the mid player. That's a nice shot by him. And then Miffy's going to take one. Ooh. And then Daddy J's going to get another. No! It's now a 3-0 for the T side as they have full map control here.
There's actually one of the rifles in the op that have gone down as well for the CT side, so Bard is going to be on that MP9, but he has got the bomb. Flash as well.
Ensley's going to trade it out there, he's going to recover the bomb, and but do they realise behind them again, and he's going to get one. James is going to be taken down.
The nade might deny the plant, the nade might deny the plant.
He's dropped down to 5 HP.
Ensley barely survives there, he's clawing to get away from that situation, but behind us just walk into the site here, and it's a fairly simple shot for Matty to get the first gun round in favour of the T side. Op recovered by Ensley as well, which I assume will be dropped to Jamesy.
But they're looking onto the CT side's money, it's not the best. I don't know if they're going to be up to save here or they're going to go for a force to try and reset them. No, it's just going to be light. It's going to be a very small investment into this round to see if they can get any kills at that. It's just we can only hope for a clean round here for this T side, otherwise their money will be in shambles. However, the CT side are getting a little triple boost going on here, and they are going to catch Maffy out. That's a very nice boost there. Now in a 4v5, the T's need to get something out of this. They need to find a trade or something, or some map control, or a trade, like anything, to try and salvage this round. James is gonna find that trade and that on not again. And they're gonna be taking A control here by the looks of it, and they're gonna be greeted by next to nobody.
Zach does actually get a kill with the Mac 10 onto behind, but Carter has found one of his own, and Forever Numb actually have another kill as well. Bard does go down though. The Mac 10 should be able to farm him here. Op will be recovered. Does Zach actually get an AK? He does manage to just grab one just before the end there. Should be able to get another buy going as the drops come out. Should be a fairly standard buy for the T side. A fairly good buy on the terms of the CT. Util looking a little bit weak, but with some aggressive control across the map, it shouldn't be an issue. Fairly default round from the CTs here, but they actually have opted to send 4 players fast towards B short here. As Ensley is going to get gifted the full control of B short. There is still 3 players towards the B site, but the exec can be prepared for here. James is going to be opping and connector just to make sure that there's no rotates coming in, as both the A players are actually positioned towards long. Ensley's been gifted a free kill onto the pillar position there though, and possibly a second. Nora does go for the jump spot, is going to get a nice bit of chip damage with the grenade off there. And they're aware they have another player on the B bomb site now.
Okay, it looks like they're just going to be trying to bleed and try and get some out of the CTs before bursting onto the side, but no, it's going to look for that opening pick onto headshot. However, he is going to be taken down by Carter. There's no real refrag. Carter's going to get a second one onto Maffy. It's a beautiful play, but they don't know. The daddy side are already taking their A side, and they've got 2 people rotating, but will it be quick enough? It's a 3v4. But Behind's going to get one for himself, and Swole Baby and Jamesy are both going to be very low here. And they need to be taken down, leaving Jamesy in a 1v4 situation. Get the first frag and the second one. Will he be able to find a third here? Just slowly he's going to get the third. Now in a 1v1, 27 seconds remaining with 18 HP. But does he know where Carter is? I don't think he does. Even taken down by Carter there. That was a very nice try there by Jamesy. Turned an almost impossible situation to have a glimmer of hopes. It does look like the T side are going to be left on pistols this round. It does seem like a light investment into this round. After Jamesy almost pulling that round back for them, so close, so nearly winning that round for them.
Yeah, it's a very close round there, but now the T's are just down to some basic deagles without armor. One smoke only. Our player's still on the Glock, and 4 FAMAS is actually out for the CTs. As they don't actually have the greatest economy either. They do still have the op, but only 2 kits and very, very little utility to work with.
So if the T's do manage to get the open in pick or 2 here, this round is doable. They don't have much. If they group up, they don't have the util, like you mentioned, to stop a balls to the wall rush. They're not going to be able to like grab them by the throat and just bleed them out with util. But they are slowly going to start taking some control onto B short, which should be a dead giveaway that it is A. And there is another missed smoke there by Maffy, but Maffy's going to actually get a frag there, sorry. He's not the one for the smoke. He's going to retrieve a FAMAS onto the B site.
Slow retake coming in from the CTs as they want some control back of A here. James is already on the site. He has actually gone down by a collateral from behind. He has taken down 2. Not again. He's killed Noir on that B lurk. He did manage to get Carter.
But they don't really have information on Maffy here. He could get a massive flank off right now, and he could get some damage done. If that, maybe even win the round. A Beard King, Barbie King, so what you King cunt.
Bard, yeah. It's come Bard. Yeah, Bard's found the last kill. I mean, they have gun rounds coming out again. A purely limited utility from either side, to be honest. And, I mean, full set of util on a couple of players on the CT side, but not the most ideal situation. They still have 5 smokes from the CTs, from the T side, sorry though, so they could opt to go for any execute they like here, really.
But it does look like they're just going to be trying to tamper with some map control, see what they can find out, see if they can get a free frag or 2. Then it looks like they'll probably heavy execute onto a certain site, but it does look like it'll be in favour of the A bomb site as it stands. Oh, Maffey's gonna get one straight through the wood panel there, leaving a man down on the B side. And this Swole's gonna be smoking out heaven for them. But little do they know, NZ's gonna pick into bathroom as well. The CTs don't know what's going on, they don't know which side it's going to be, but the bomb's going to be going down onto the B side, and Maffey's going to turn on a 180-degree angle and one-tap that guy. But behind, he's in the back lines currently, he's going to be like looking to try and find a frag, and that he does, he's going to be traded though by Noah. And a 3v1 forever known with the AWP, probably going to be looking to save it this round. It's probably wise as the CT-sided money is not the best.
Yeah, Num's going to be saving that op and all his util to get included away on that long position there, probably just hiding around outside the toilets, waiting for any lurkers to come and try and find his whereabouts. Has the USP ready just to make sure he has the best advantage at any close gunfights. It's going to be 4-3 though. It's a pretty good start, to be honest, in terms of T-side overpass. 3 rounds is very, very good out of the first 7. Can certainly work with that. I would expect it actually to be a 4-4 in the first 8 here. It should be a full eco from the CTs, but they might choose to force, which they have along with the op. Gonna have 3 Deagles and a P250 all armor.
It's an interesting decision with that. You'd expect them just to give them.
Maybe they'll just send Forever Numb somewhere pretty aggressive as they have towards mid here to try and get the open and pick. But I believe Jamesy has just snuck behind the back lines just before they could be spotted out. But Ensley, with the aggressive B short push, has found a kill of his own on Carter. And that's led the 2 A players actually to rotate back towards B. They're going to stack 4 men on the site here.
And it is forever numb in the heaven position with the AWP, and he's not going to be able to find anything. But little does he know, there is a player sneaking into the top farm position, but look, NZ is going to take another one of his person down. That's the second eco frag of the round. But the daddy side are looking to take A, and they're going to get it for free if they just push onto it now, because they have no information. That's forever numb, and not again taking 2 kills down. And a third from behind, now in a 2v3.
And they've going to spot the bomb here as well. Not again. Yeah, he has actually seen the bomb, and they now know they have control of the bomb. So they're going to fall back to a fairly passive angle here. Forever Numb with a kill of his own. They know where the last player is in Jamesy. Not much he can do. This flank's coming out from Not again as well.
Put it out of him though. He did almost win a 1v4 not too long ago. Just looks like he's going to be trying to find an opening pick, but I doubt they're going to give him that.
Yeah, they've completely given up their control of Connector just to fall back and just hold the bomb. Now again, it's just going to molly him off to kill off any chance he had of coming into spawn and grabbing the bomb there. And even if he wanted to try and win this room now, he has no option but to save. He doesn't have enough time. There's no players even near enough to kill him to give him money into the next round.
However, he will have 1400 going into the next round with an AK and full armor. So it's not the worst situation to be in. However, they do have a player on a double eco, so it's in their hands if they decide to take a force here, or they just go for a hero rifle. But it does just
if there was anyone to have the hero rifle on this team, it would be Jamesy as well, the star player. Let's see what he can get done.
I'm expecting a fairly aggressive push here from the T side to try and get James in the best position to be able to frag with that rifle. But James will be taken down by Carter almost instantly with an with an AWP.
Do manage to retrieve the AK though. Matty has grabbed himself that just now. And Ensley just going to be lurking around this B monster sort of area, spotting out what he can, just trying to gather some information. Not any aggression really shown from the Sunday school side. They're just kind of minding their own business and keeping things fairly passive, as they know they don't really want to go down to the one rifle with a over aggressive play, and Forever Numb just following the same game plan and smoking off short and falling back there. They have actually started the assault towards the toilets though. I believe Carter and Not Again do have a boost going on behind the APC and bank, so they might spot this short information out earlier, and one of the B players could have heard the connector door there. It's going to indicate some Molotovs to come out to stop the push, but Matty has spotted Carter crossing the site. He is going to catch a second kill onto Not Again, making this very doable now. He gets aggressive towards the bank again. He has been caught out by behind. His tag there onto Forever Numb. But he is completely locked out of the bomb site. And he does actually get him through the wall there behind. He was aware of Nora's position. He does spray him through the wall. Flash through the smoke, and he does clear out Ensley as well. Did find one, however.
Sort of a beautiful 1D now in a 1v1 situation. This round has been turned 90-degree onto its head. And looks like Sis is going to be taken down, unfortunately. He has kit, he has time. It's going to be 6-3 to the CT side.
Some good damage though there coming out of the Daddy side.
Good damage. The 4K
Considering,
from behind really shutting that down.
yeah, nice anchor hold there from him on the A-bomb site. He made sure the terrorist knew the A-bomb site was his to have and he wasn't letting anyone else take it.
But now this is a very strong buy coming in from the T side now.
Yeah, this is the first round we've actually seen an op on the T side in contention with some rifles.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while though before we actually get to see both sides with a op equipped.
The CC side still isn't the greatest, even though they have won the past few rounds in a row.
The
But
flashes
Cast has
through
really
to
flashed through
take
and
control.
with no trade inside, that's the one for nothing on the monster position.
Matino is looking hungry for the second
gonna get
kill, and
trade.
he has got one back, but not again. He's found another kill of his own there. And Bar's got a second onto the B-bomb. See here, as Matty has gone down. Zach shot down from behind, coming from heaven. 7-3 to Sunday School.
That was a really quick round there by the CT side. There was like next to no counterplay to what just happened to the Daddy side. Just completely out-aimed, outsmarted.
A buy of
Jamesy's gonna bring
desperation
now.
coming out here from Jamesy. The sawed-off shotgun has come out. Some
It'll be
content
interesting where he
clues.
goes with this, though. It should be toward, you'd think, towards connector, surely.
And the players rushing up the connector are actually going to be heard. James is almost dead in the Molotov, actually into 28, and a second Molotov put down in the front of the site here. James and Ensley have gone down to not again, and behind again on this anchor hold on the site.
He's really letting him know whose side that is.
But we actually are trying to lurk in towards B here to try and steal a bomb plant. That smoke might just give them the opportunity to do it towards short, but they've been hesitant. The bomb
But
hasn't
no, just got
actually
to pick
gone
onto the A
short
side here.
yet.
That might cause some rotates back. And the bomb
So
is
the
going to be
Matthew
spotted.
with the
Nice
first
shot
one.
by Matthew, but it's not going to matter. Carter's going to trade it out. He's gonna
The
pop his
first
heavy
shot
back
there
to
from
G
Manatee
hands.
was nice, but it's not enough in that situation. He really has to get the second one on the cross to give the T's any hope of the bomb plan there. He was close, but again, it just seemed desperate. But we're back into a gun round. Again, the first round where both sides have had an op should be interesting to see where either player decides to go with their op.
Looks like they're going to be quite stacked up over the east side. However, Matthew's going to do some damage onto Carter.
So, shipping a flash over the bomb site there. It does actually do 2 damage from a grenade from his teammate. James is just going to entry frag towards this monster area. He's aware now that that smoke went short, but Bar, falling back, does actually spot Matty coming through the smoke there. He's just poking out, gifting him a free frag, and he has got a second and a third. Everyone's coming in through the smoke. Jamie does get one of his own in the meantime. He has been tad low. Bard, he's gone through the smoke. For the 4K, he secured the second one of the game like an absolute madman. And it's all down to Noir, 1v2 with the op. 25 HP and no head armor. The M4 will do a fair amount of damage now.
He doesn't even have the bomb though, but do the CTs know that? Will they send one up over to the A bomb site? And it does look like they have. It's not actually not again. He's just sat in the heaven position, trying to listen for some sound cues, maybe onto the short position on A. However, we have got Forever Numb just sat anchoring in the water position, giving no absolutely nothing here. But no, he's going to be trying and find something here. Will he spot the player? But he will not. And Forever Numb's going to make the secure the final kill and go 9-3 to Sunday School. It started off fairly well for the Seaside, but it seems to have just fallen off, and there is going to be a little tactical timeout, I believe.
Yeah, we can only assume that that pause is definitely going to be a tactical discussion. I mean, looking at
Yeah.
the scoreboard now, it's actually round 13 within the first 7 rounds of the game. The T's had actually secured 3 of those rounds, and they should have actually been a 4th, but they lost to some pistols and 1 op, so we'll take you back to that round if you remember, where there was a P253 Deagles and an op bot, and the push on the B site was dismantled to give the CTs the momentum and the economy to really push themselves forward up to this 9 rounds without the T side really being able to do much. They have opted just for the full eco. Some pistols now coming out though, as we could imagine, with some of the money towards the end there. 3 grenades maybe to just do a tactical nade stack somewhere and just really play for these last 2 rounds. 10-5 half is still doable.
But don't put them out of this one though. They have got some P250s and a Deagle on Maffei, and we know how deadly Maffei can be with that Deagle, as he's proven time and time again in the past rounds. But he's going to be taken down by not against going to get 2 quick frags there. Not a trade anywhere near, and he's barely touched. Forever Numb's going to chime in with a frag of his own on Jamesy.
Not
And
again.
Ensley and Skull taken down.
Not again and behind, just cleaning up the last 2 remaining players towards the tightest position there. As we could have expected, it's 10-3, but these last 2 rounds are crucial and very doable for the T side if they really want to bring it back on this CT half.
Yeah, it's fundamental here. If they want to get back into this game, they need to make the next 2 rounds work for them. They need to get something on the board for their T side and hope for a good CT side. But again, Carter's going to be gifted short control again. He's not been really tested there in the past few rounds. He's just been given it time and time again. But Forever Numb's posted long, and it looks like they are going to be peeking into that AWP. That should be a frag into Forever Numb's arms. But he's going to be flashed out here. And he's going to be peek on the corner, and Jamesy's going to pick him up there. That's a very good start to the round for the T side. But behind's going to post up on the corner, but it looks like he's going to be flashed out though. There's going to be some damage done, but he is going to get the trade onto Jamesy there. Okay, but Ensley's going to get another. He's going to get 3 frag. Now in a 4v3 situation, it looks like the T's are going to favour to go over to the A bomb site here. They're dropping down some few tons of Molotovs. But Bard is flanking, and they have no idea on him. He's going to miss a couple shots. He's going to be tagged up, but he is still going to find Ainsley trying to go onto the site, but no, it's going to get another frag. And Bard with a second frag from behind. He is going to finally be traded by Maffei. But now in a 1v1, Maffei, Carter, 2 players who have been stepping up phenomenally for their team here.
Matty's going to secure himself the bomb plant by the looks of things. Carter is playing it slowly, just a quick tap from Matty to try and spot him. He does spot Carter, but he was hesitant to swap the grenade. He's not going to get baited by the Fate Flash. He does just hold the angle. Carter opts for the swing. Matty has not been shreked, and he does manage to save an op as well for Jamesy. Should be another okay buy out of the Jamesy Daly side here. Should get them all AKs and a good amount of util, and again, the same for the CTs. Last round of the half here, and again, this T round really is crucial if the Jamesy Daly do really want to secure themselves a good chance in their CT half. Missed shot there though from Forever Numb in mid at the start of the round. Could have been a very early kill in favour of the CT. Slow mid control coming out here from either side. Not getting too aggressive. Another loose op shot just fired into the open. That's caused Matty to swing up the connector, and that's a big opening kill. No, again, he has actually spotted Forever Numb falling back onto the bomb site as well and picked up a second. He's going to get on the gear and go for that. He'll run it, he's confident, he almost takes down behind as well, and Dan Jamesy is very close behind to get the trade through the box. Carter though, it's all down to him. He's found the first one. He's here in the bomb plant. Can he deny it? He's got Bard to back him up now. War's taking him down. Swole goes down to Bard. 1v2 situation for Bard now. He seems to be aware of where the last player is, but he's unaware of where Ensley might be lurking. He's actually coming around from bank. Bard's chosen to go on down middle, which is interesting. Endley's going to spot him out now. He's going to take him with the flag. They've secured the 5 rounds. The hope for the next half is still there. The comeback
Yeah,
is still intact.
those 2 rounds there were so crucial for this game for the daddy side here. They can actually get something going. They can say, we're just bang on 2 rounds back in a row. Let's build some confidence from that, and let's go into this CT side, and let's really show them what we can actually do. However, the overpass is a fairly CT-sided map, isn't it, if I'm correct in saying that? What do you think?
Overpasses it definitely leans towards the CT. It's not an impossible map to accomplish a lot on the T side if you prepare for your opponent correctly. I mean, I feel that the CT side were just getting the better of the James Daddy side there. The Sunday school guys had some clear ideas cut out for what they wanted to do, and they really got their opera involved in opening up the runs for them, which is a very crucial part of CT side overpass. Interesting to see what Jamesy opts to do in the majority of the game when he has the op as well.
Sorry, I went for a shower.
Welcome back, Lee.
I wondered where you vanished to.
Also, MJ, Shane said in the chat, he said, tell MJ he's a better caster than player.
Ooh.
Probably true. It's really
10-5
interesting though.
Sunday school, by the way,
CT
Vex.
side are going to look for a very aggressive A pick here, but they haven't got a kit in sight though. That's the most interesting part of this push.
Ainsley with a P250 he's going to walk into 3 in connector, but he's managed to get a quick snap onto one. And it looks like the reverse push is coming out from the CTs here. They actually have managed to clear the connector out fairly well, but Bard's Molotov does bail him out with a fight with Jamesy. It looks like the remaining players are going to fall back and not get too aggressive. The connector fight still comes out, and they're aware of Ainsley's position. That nade should finish him off nicely. And Zach now locked out the connector position, but that is Bard getting a bit greedy there, and he's gone down to Zach. A very possible 2v1 here, as Carter is actually only on 4 HP, as he will hide in the headshot angle. Forevernup does opt to go to heaven for a nice flash in for his teammate. I believe he did spot him behind the pillar as well there. Zach has found the first frag onto the low player, and because of that decoy, he will be aware that the last player is in heaven. The tap forces the peak. Now, Forevernum's aware that Zach's not on the bomb. It's a fairly impossible round to win. The second jiggle out, the last gunshot fired. It should be the round in favour of Sunday School. A very well played 1v1 from Forevernum there in the post-plant situation.
Yeah, as you said, there wasn't much Zach could have done in that situation there. He just played his timings perfectly, he just jiggled, and he didn't give Zach anything there. He was aware that his teammate was extremely low, so he just played around that. So it does look like to be a full eco here, and they are seem to be getting very aggressive over into the middle section of the map again. They almost worked out from there on the pistol round, however, unfortunately, a couple good trades and a couple good picks from the T side cancelled all they worked for out. This is a very peculiar sub for this CT side, though.
Despite them being on an eco, they seem to be going around in pairs to hopefully try and get the trade.
They've got a
the
fairly good
Ts-
buddy system.
Currently 11 to 5 look like they're gonna sneak up towards Monster, ready to burst out, which they're going to do now.
Ooh,
Enzi would have had the steps. There goes the
behind
defense.
with a nice shot onto Matty there, and what again does pick up a kill of his own too. Bard here, he's going to farm with that Mac 10, just pad his stats fairly nicely. The war's been spotted in the connector, and it's not again to take him out. It's all down to Jamesy himself. And Jamesy, the real daddy, does get spotted out in heaven by Bard, continuing to pad his stats with that Mac 10. Up to 155 ADR now for Bard.
He has been playing fairly well throughout the entirety of this game so far.
Can I get a Bard thinks he's hard in the chat?
But if we have a look at the scoreboard, seems to be only 2 of the daddy players really broken up to date, as the 3 others are yet to reach double figures in terms of kills. They've all reached double figures easily in terms of rounds. Let's look at Fast B, but Matthew's going to get 2 big kills there, but Carter and behind are going to cancel all of that hard work out, as it's now a 3v3 retake situation for the CT side. As we've got some shots popped off, and Car's going to take down 2 with 2 brilliant shots onto the CT side, and behind is going to finish the round out from a headshot onto Noah's head mid-air, and he's going to confirm the score of 13-5 T side here on Overpass.
That gun round was extremely important in terms of the CT side. Extremely important. Now it's going to be very scrappy if they really want to stand a chance in the rest of this game. It's not looking like they have much hope. It should be the 14th round secured for Sunday School here, as they do follow through with another fairly default round from either side actually on the eco, just spotting connector and B.
It's a very big nade from Forever on there. Taking James down to 12 HP. Looks like they do have a pop flash shot for Maffy though in Monster, and he isn't going to find any heads over there. I can't see who that is. One of the T side in not again, just waiting, trying to see if anyone gets aggressive onto the Monster position, whereas the rest of his team have been sent up over towards the A side, and they're going to slowly prepare their take onto A as they take mid and short control. They do have a bit fun as well. He's going to spot the boost out, and he's going to take down Maffy. And he's going to drop back, knowing that now they're in a 5v3 situation. They're just going to look to group up and take the site here. They've got some default smokes, and Zach's going to be taken down to 23 HP as the T swarm the site. He's not even good for 1. Zach's going to be taken down by behind. And Ensley is left in an almost impossible 1v5 situation on a retake A. But he does have a kit and a Kevlar. Don't count out of this yet. He may be able to get a kill or 2 on a moving rifle. Let's see if the T's get a bit complacent here, and let's see if they give him any form of opening. But it does seem like they are heavily hunting, so if Zach plays this time, basically played his timing right, he could have had a ninja there quite easily. But he's going to get spotted out and taken down there by Frevenham behind, doing a decent chunk of damage onto him. And it's now 14-5, and this round right here defines the rest of the game. If the daddy side cannot take this round, the game's done. The game's finished. They'll be completely demotivated and the game will be over. Let's see if there's any big plays coming from Jamesy in the south here. He has picked himself up as well as Maffy. But it does look like it's going to be a straight balls to the ball B rush here by the T side. Be a couple flashes going over. But Maffy's going to be able to get 1. And he's going to be able to get away with that. And a second, but finally traded by behind. But behind's going to, and then Carter's going to chime in with 1.
North Molly does actually pick up a kill as well. James A is going to be spotted out on that rotate from Carter. Behind's going to secure himself a kill onto Ensley. And a similar scene from the rest of the game, it's Zach in the 1v2. Gonna just put some smokes down on the bomb site to get the plant out as well. It's not impossible as one of the players is on 3 HP. If Zach does manage to find him, he does have the bomb as well. But they are actually just going to opt to go back up connector. Zach should hear this.
He did hear it there, but it's whether if he's going to act on it. He's going to sneak up and not give away any footsteps, give the T's as little information as he physically can. Like you mentioned, behind is on 3 HP and Carter is on 99, so this is a very big clutch here for Zach. It's probably the biggest in his life at that.
Interesting plant position. Carter's aware of Zach's position. He spotted him out.
Thompson down to 45 seconds starts from now. Can Zach pull this out of his ass, if anything?
So round he certainly was not meant to win, but he spotted the first player and is the one on low HP. He runs out and swings. Carter does grab the kill, and that is 15-5 to Sunday School. It's going to be a buy of desperation coming from the CT side here, as Jamesy does instantly opt in for the XM10.
Surely James will be going down into the composition here, as their little gun is very useful. They try and get into a con, and there's James with an XM, you know it's a guaranteed kill. An absolute god tier player with the shotguns, Jamesy is. The beautiful nade there by Zach as well to add to it. Mouthpiece gonna be taken down by Forever Mill, leaving a 5v4 situation. There'll surely be another 5v3 as not again takes down Jamesy with that XM10. And if you look at Kai, he's actually brought out the auto sniper.
The gun of
I'm behind.
disrespect.
Taking down
The
Zack, and
family
now
destroyer.
it's just Noah and Ensley now in a 2 versus 5, and now behind with a beautiful shot onto Ensley, leaves Noah in a 1v5 situation to try and salvage something for his team on the CT side on Overpass. Potentially the final round of this first game on Open for
Oh
the
yeah,
Daddy
MJ,
side.
shut your mouth. You're behind. Big up for the follow. Big up for the follow behind.
Wait, the behind
Big
follow?
up, big up. Yeah, you follow Twitch. GG's behind, GG's.
GG's behind you, play a good one.
Well played, man. Good first game in your open season, man. GG's, GG's. If you want us to cover your games as well, message me on like Twitter or something. My Twitter's at the bottom of the screen. Like, DM me on Twitter or like follow me on
Bottom
Twitter or
right.
something, and